Ah, man. Okay, wait a minute. Oh, this is live. Okay.
Meet me at the wave. 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 At the wave. At the wave.
Hey everybody, welcome to Club Wave Party Live. My name is Lovely, and right now, let's do our Club Wave Spotlight video. Let's go!
If you have ketchup and baking soda, you can try this at home. Put the baking soda in the ketchup, put the cap back on, shake it all up, and when you open it back up, you should begin to realize what's actually important in life.
After 21 days in an incubation cycle, the eggs are finally starting to crack. Here comes the first baby chick. How long will it take to push the shell off? She's peeped all the way around. She's ready to come. Looks like she's going to be a light-colored chicken. Here she comes. She's pushing the shell off. We can't wait to meet her. What will she look like?
Is that it? Uh-oh. I'm a bit confused because usually the spotlight video is longer.
You got games on your phone? You got games on your phone? You got games? Can I play a game off your phone? Okay. Ooh, this out, ooh, ass this out, ooh, hit it.
Ooh. What? Oh yeah.
Them hits don't make no sense.
Ooh, damn.
Hey, bud, have you seen my wallet? What are you doing?
I'm ripping up your money, Dad.
What? Why? Why would you do that?
I don't know, I was bored.
Oh my gosh. You know what? You can go to your room.
Oh, Dad.
How about you go to your room?
Okay? Actually, I was just gonna say that. I'll see you later.
Hey y'all, what's up? I just got my braces tightened and they hurt like hell.
Well, if you was doing what you were supposed to be doing, you won't have to get those braces.
First of all, what are you talking about if I was doing what I was...
cracking crabs and eating candy all your life.
You don't even know me for real, boy. You only been knowing me for 7 years, so technically you still don't even know me. Pipe down, and you gonna need braces yourself. You trust me, you gonna need braces too.
Well, you don't know that because I don't even have my permanents yet. I still got my temporaries.
Temporaries? What's temporaries?
You really think I'm stupid, Mommy?
Nah, I ain't saying
You must don't think I'm a genius out these streets.
Yo, this boy better leave me the hell alone. I'm out here trying to live my best hot girl summer life.
Well, you can't be a hot girl with braces. Calm down, mommy. Calm down.
Okay, that's it. That's it.
Hey, who are you texting?
Mom, you're in my personal space.
Well, you came out of my personal space.
So that was cool. Now let's do our TikTok of the week. It's TikTok of the week time. Oh, never mind. I thought we were supposed to do our TikTok of the week, but apparently it's time to do our riddles. So if you've got me, you want to share me. If you share me, you haven't kept me. What am I? What can't be put in a saucepan? Oh, I think I figured that one out. I think I know the answer to this one. We'll come back to those. We'll come back with the answers later. So today we also have a guest, Mr. Sherman Bradox Bey. Also, I'd like to introduce our producer, our voice from beyond, Alicia Rain Patterson.
Hey, I'm so sorry. We are so on the wrong page. I'm trying to get it back on the right page now. So you know what? We're on we're now on my page. We're supposed to be on the At the Wave page. So now I'm gonna go put us on the At the Wave page and give me a second. So how you been? How was your week? Lovely. This is crazy, right? I know. It's just bananas. I didn't realize what I was doing, girl. It was crazy. I was like, oh my goodness, what the heck am I doing? See, I did everything else right.
That's okay. We all make mistakes.
Okay. So I'm putting it on the At the Way page now. So I know. It's really crazy. I think I shared it to the wrong page again. So anyway, this is the day that I had, okay? I just want everyone to know what is happening. The day that I had. So how was your week? Was it good?
My week's been good.
It was good? Okay.
I kind of lost track of the days, though. I lost track of which day of the week it was.
Don't you kind of lose track, especially in the pandemic? It's crazy. You lose track. You can't. I mean, you just cannot. You can't even get through the week, because what happens is that people will expect you to do things and you'll totally forget, because when you was going out every day, you never would forget. But now it's like It's crazy. So you know what? We're gonna bring up our guest, okay? Now our guest is a friend of mine. His name is Sherman, and he's a marvelous singer. I'm gonna let him tell everybody about himself because he has a lot going on. Because he's that guy. I mean, he hires groups. He has a group. He's started groups. He's been singing forever. And what we're going to talk about today is music, really of the um of the 60s. Okay, so that's what we're going to talk about. All right. So, because I mean, I know y'all kids think y'all know it all.
No, I
I-
don't think that.
You know
No.
what? You don't. You don't. I gotta say, lovely. You don't. Sherman, lovely, lovely Sherman. I think you two know each other. Say hi.
Hello.
So, but Sherman, tell us about yourself. I'm gonna get out the way and let Lovely do this interview. Go ahead, but I'll be sitting here because I'll be having questions. Go ahead, Sherman. Sure. Oh, Sherman on mute. Jesus. Go ahead, Sherman.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
You're unmuted now. I'm so sorry. This has been
Okay,
my
okay.
day all day. This is the crazy producer. Okay.
Mhm.
Go ahead. Sherman, tell us about yourself.
Okay.
Go for it.
Uh, I don't know what's there to tell.
A lot.
Okay, as far as the music is concerned, let's go in that direction.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I was born with a gift to not only love music but to be able to sing and I think I'm a pretty good vocal arranger. And like you said, I not only perform myself, um, but I also promote in concerts and give other artists work. I actually hire on occasion some of the classic soul artists that are still around today, like Blue Magic, Black Ivory, people like that. So that's been pretty good. I started off very, very, very young. I think I did my first. Had my first. Actually, I had my first band when I was about 12 years old. Me and a group of friends. We didn't know what we were doing. We thought we were playing. We thought we were playing music, but I guess I stuck with it long enough to start getting it right. So yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, music is for me is like breathing. Singing is like breathing. I just love to do it. I love to do it. I got to be a part of it in some kind of way. Whether,
Mhm.
like I said, whether it's myself performing or or giving somebody else the spotlight. That's
Yeah.
pretty
Well,
much just what I do.
Lovely has some
Mhm.
questions for you.
Sure,
Lovely, go.
I'm all yours.
Lovely, you ready?
I didn't get my questions.
How you didn't get questions? What you mean you didn't get questions?
You didn't
Oh,
send
you
them to
did get
me.
questions. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Well, I'm sure you have questions anyway, so just go. What
Yeah.
you
So
have anything to ask Mr.
so
Sherman?
how did you really get into your music career?
Well, when I was very very young, there was always music in my house. I grew up in the church. My family's sang gospel. I had aunt that was a gospel recording artist. I had uncle that sang and also played guitar, and several family members went through the choirs, the church choirs. And I sang in the children's choir when I was very young. But I used to always listen to music, and like my mom would play the radio or play her records, and I would literally sit there by the radio,
Wow.
and I was kind of weird when I look back at it because
Well,
not only would I sing the words or try to learn the words that the lead singer is singing, but I would also pick out the background notes, and I think that's how I developed my ear, to be able to arrange harmonies. And so I picked out the background notes. I could identify the baritone, the first tenor, the second tenor. I could identify all of those different notes individually. And this is I'm talking about when I was like 5, 6 years old. I was
You're
doing
better than
this.
me. I didn't learn how to do that till I was like, I was 8. I was singing background for my mom.
Hmm.
And the thing is that when it's your mom, you can't get it wrong.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like,
Well, my mother didn't sing. She had
what are
she
you
had
singing?
sisters and her brothers, but but this was just me listening to the radio and
Mhm.
listening to records that she played and she had. And also, I'm the youngest of 6, so my older sisters and my brother, um, back in the '60s, that was their teenage years. So so I got to listen, to all the music they were partying off of and stuff like the Motown sound and all the R&B. And then with my mother, mostly it was like the doo wop era, or even prior to that. I love uh, one thing I love about the doo wop is because that was the style of music that really trained my ear for harmony.
So would you
So
say
that's what I
doo-wop?
love.
What groups would you say was doo-wop? Because I don't know if Lovely would know what doo-wop was.
Okay, doo wop is music primarily from the 1950s into the early 60s. Like maybe it lasted till like 61, 62 before the music really started changing, heavily. So from the 1950s all the way through to like early 60s. And you're talking about groups like okay, let's say Little Anthony and the Imperials, the Platters. Um,
I was in the Platters. Did you know that?
yeah,
I,
no, I didn't know
I met
that.
Zola. I met her on over the
Oh, okay.
phone. That was interesting.
Mm.
But doo-wop is
Okay.
more like
Did you
love.
ever get to meet Tony Williams, the
No,
original
yeah,
lead
I,
singer?
I knew his wife though, Helen. I knew Helen.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, I met her and Tony at the
and
Red Marriott.
I knew his son Ricky.
Hmm.
Yeah, but Lovely doo-wop is more like do 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 right, right. That's more
Yeah.
like like ooh, and everything was oohs and
Yeah, because doo-wop, you
ooh.
might hear some people who use the term rock and roll. It's all doo-wop still, and that music primarily came out of the It was a blend of like rhythm and blues and the gospel
Mhm.
coming out of the church. So a lot of those artists came right out of the church. And so you would hear a lot of those styles. Like if you listen to a lot of the old time gospel,
Yeah,
you'll hear some of the same runs.
yeah,
Um, that's in the doo wop. You know.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Doo-wop,
Hmm.
doo-wop was that like 60s, but I thought 60s was doo-wop. 60s wasn't doo-wop.
No, no, no. '60s is when they really started calling it soul music, and it got more of an R&B tag. I mean, R&B was always around. It's just rhythm and blues. All of it is rhythm and blues, if you want to know the truth. But you know how each era they have to come up
It
with a
just
label for the
turned
music.
different.
Yeah,
Lovely,
that's
you have
all that.
another
That's
question?
all that is.
You
Hmm?
got
Yes.
another question? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, how old were you in the 60s?
Oops.
Oh, I was born in 1957.
Okay.
1957. So that's why I said when I was like 5 and 6 years old, I was listening to the radio at that time and listening to my mother's records. So I was very very young then. Um,
Yeah. Yeah,
so
but they
my teenage years was in the '70s. In the '70s.
oh. So with as far as 60s, Lovely, that would be like if you wanted to talk about like girls, that would be like the Supremes. You know how when you go, stop in the
Yeah,
name of love,
yeah.
before you
Right, that Motown, all that
that's
whole
more
Motown
that.
sound.
Yeah.
Motown actually took over the '60s, and then you started getting the R&B. Because if you to tell you the truth, all music in America followed us,
The blues.
meaning it followed melanated people,
Yes.
people that look like you and I. All American music followed us. Don't let anyone tell you anything different.
Rock
It's
and roll.
all our music. We are the ones that created all of it. Rock and roll,
Country music. Country
jazz,
music was white people
country
too.
music.
Country
Okay,
music.
no, no. Then they followed us, and then they started putting the labels on it and taking over the different styles of music.
And there was a lot of like treachery in the 60s too, because we would do a song. This is how it would
Yeah.
go, lovely. We would do a song and a white group would cover the song. By cover the song, they
Mhm.
would sing the song and they would get on the
Mhm.
radio with the song. But we
Yeah.
did the song. So they would make all the money off the song. You know what I'm saying? We
That was big. That was very big with the doo wop. Sorry for cutting you off.
no,
Um,
no, no.
that
Go
was that.
you the
Yeah,
guest.
that was very big in the doo wop era and
Mhm.
during the 1950s because I mean um segregation was very very heavy and thick during the 1950s. So you would have Little Richard. Oh, he's okay. Who just passed recently this year. Um, Elvis Presley would cover Little Richard songs. So
Mhm.
he would do a remake of Little Richard songs, and oh no, not no, well Elvis Presley and mainly Pat Boone. That's what I meant to say. This guy Pat Boone, and even the white kids, um, they couldn't let they would buy all the music from our artists like Little
Mhm.
Richard and 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 um and cool. I'm getting stuck right now. But anyway, they would get
A long time ago.
they
Hey.
would buy the records and they would have to hide the records from their parents.
Mhm.
And what some of the record shops used to do was take the label, the covers, and like they would come in sleeves and stuff like that, and they would take the sleeves of the white artists and put the so-called black artists record in that sleeve, so that if that white teenager took that record home, their parents wouldn't see that they actually bought the black artist music, because they wouldn't even allow them to have it in the house. But this is the music that the kids they wanted to listen to. You know what I'm saying? So over the years, um, it started to change. Motown had a big hand in changing um the music scene, as far as everybody just coming together and loving whatever music that you want to love. Motown really changed that. You know,
Yeah.
they had a big hand in that.
Lovely. You want to ask anything?
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay.
So, what was life like in the 60s when you were a kid?
Oh, it was wonderful because I was the child. No, really. I mean, no, the 60s was full of turmoil. You know, um, a lot of um, a lot of activism going on, a lot of protesting,
Not
rightfully
like
so.
today.
But I was a child, so those things I couldn't identify with those things at that time, and my family was just my family. First of all, I had a big family, and so children were allowed to be children.
Yeah.
You know, so I didn't have to worry about that. So I wasn't blind. There were things that I do remember as I got older, like when I started getting like 8, 9, 10, you know, 11, things like that. Then I could clearly see um, all the wrong that was being done. I experienced some racism firsthand from a police officer when I was about 12 years old, me and a bunch of my friends, and we were just riding our bikes. But, so I experienced that ignorance personally. But overall, like I said, I was a child, so I was allowed to be a child. And where I grew up, we had it was a family oriented neighborhood.
Yeah,
and
that was that
so,
village.
so they took everybody took care of each other. You knew not only like my friends, for instance. I didn't only know my friends. I knew them. I knew their full name, like they say, the full government. I knew their full name. I knew their mother, their sister, their father. Whoever else was in the house. You knew families. It's
Hmm.
like now today, a lot of kids don't even know their
The next
friends'
door
family.
neighbor.
Don't even know their friend's real name because if you get so used to calling them by their nickname, they don't even know their friend's real name. You
Yeah,
know,
see, I never
but
have
but,
any.
but back then it was
Yeah.
different. Like us families. You know.
Yeah. Well, see, the thing is
Mhm.
though, Sherman, is this show
Mhm.
was for kids that was around your age when you were growing up. So
Mhm.
so you're saying that so they can relate to what you're saying because even though like they see the stuff on television, they basically are
Mhm.
watching it go down. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And some
Okay.
parents do take their kids out and stuff like that, but some parents just basically, they don't even. A lot of kids probably don't even really know exactly what's happening because parents keep them away from that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm sorry, lovely. If you got anything else, you could go for it. You got anything
Mhm.
else?
Yes.
Tom? Okay,
Yeah.
go. Mm-hmm.
What made you start singing?
It just came natural for me. I mean, you know what? I tell you like this. Um,
Hey, baby.
it
Hmm.
took me a while before I even realized that everybody couldn't sing.
Me too.
Because that's how natural it was for me. I just automatically was singing. Then, like I said, I had other members in my family that
Your whole
sang,
family sang,
whether
right?
whether it was
Except for
gospel or whatever, you
uh-huh.
know. So I just assumed that everybody could sing. Is like once I started seeing that, oh, this one couldn't sing. What? Why you can't sing? Why you can't do that? Or even when I started my first group, like I said, I always picked out. I could identify the different notes,
Hmm.
okay, whether it's background or whatever, and so I trained myself, to be able to sing those notes as well. So when I first started groups when I was very young, um, I would literally get upset if one of the guys couldn't hit a certain note that I wanted him to hit,
Because you couldn't
but not
understand it.
realizing. But yeah, because I think if I could do it, everybody should be
You
able
was
to
like,
do it
stop
because
playing. Yeah, I know.
if you can sing, and even though I was telling the baritone to do the first tenors notes, and he's like, "Listen, I can't go up there." Well, why can't you go up there? You can sing, right? You know what I'm saying? But that was my attitude until I started realizing, oh, wait a minute, everybody can't just do that. So then I really started recognizing the gift that I have.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, that's a very amazing gift.
Yeah,
I'm
that
glad
is
you
good.
had that.
Well, you could sing too, lovely. So
Yeah, but I can't
one day
really.
you're gonna grace us with your voice because Lovely has a very beautiful voice. She has a lovely voice.
I
Awesome.
love
She
to
has
hear
the
that.
perfect name for her voice. She
Mhm.
has a
Thank
beautiful. Her mom
you.
has a beautiful voice. She has a beautiful voice.
Mhm.
But go ahead, lovely. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I keep honing in on your interview. But I was the same way though, Herman. I didn't know that everybody couldn't sing because everybody in my family could sing. And when I went to
Right.
church, everybody in church could sing. And so being
Mhm.
that we didn't really sing in school, I just assumed everybody in school could sing.
Exactly.
Till I
Yeah.
found out because my friend just
Mhm.
would not get that note. I was like, what is wrong? I went home and I told my mom, I said,
Mhm.
Mommy, we was singing Evelyn Champagne King on
Mhm.
the bus, and I've
Mhm.
been working with her for like 2 weeks and she cannot sing it right. She said, well, can she sing? I said, can't everybody sing? She said, no. I said, and I had been giving this little girl a
Mhm.
hard time.
Mhm. Yeah.
Like, stop
Yeah.
saying.
I know. Believe me, I've been there.
No.
I've been there. Yes.
Yeah, but go ahead, lovely. I'm sorry. Oh.
So, how did you feel the very first time that you were on stage?
Ooh. Oh my goodness. That was heaven.
I wasn't scared. I
That
shook the whole
was
time.
heaven. Huh?
I shook the whole time. You can
Yeah.
see me on the back of the auditorium, like,
Well,
oh.
you know what? I was very nervous. I was very nervous because I wanted to get it right, but even like now, even today. Listen, no shame in my game. I'm 63 years old, and I still get that little jitter before I get on the stage.
And you've done thousands
But
of shows.
oh yeah,
And I've done shows, and I still
I don't.
Mm-hmm.
You know when I'm going to worry about it? When I don't get those jitters.
Yeah,
Okay?
Sherman.
When I don't get them, then I'm going to worry.
Have you
But
ever
because
had?
I've been doing that since day one, and I just automatically just go out there and just do my thing.
Have
I
you ever
had
had a show though that you weren't nervous?
hmm?
Have you ever had a show that you weren't nervous?
No.
I have. I have actually had a show and I didn't know what was wrong with me. I thought something was wrong. I was like, oh my God, I'm not nervous. I mean, it was like,
That's
it was
what I'm
all
saying.
day. And for
I'll
some reason,
worry when if that ever happens, then I would worry.
I was worried too. It was old Times Day in front of all those people. Why am I not nervous? I went run up there and I was ready. Ah! I was like, then after the show, I was like, why wasn't I nervous? It scared me to death. But that was the one show. That was like one show out of thousands of shows. So I don't
wish
know.
I had that.
But go ahead, lovely. Go. Sorry.
My anxiety reaches its peak when I go on stage.
What do you do?
If I ever went on stage, my anxiety would like go all the way up because I feel like I did something completely wrong.
Okay. Sharice
Well,
said,
once you start singing, you're fine, right? Exactly.
Sharice said she's nervous every single time she has to sing. She has to sing.
Mm-hmm.
Most people are. I don't know what was wrong with me that day. I think somebody slipped something or something. Maybe they gave me something a little extra sugar in my orange juice or something. I don't know. I don't know because I was like, all right, it's my what's going on, Brownsville? It was crazy. I was like, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with me that day? But go, lovely. Go. Sorry.
So how do you battle nervousness?
Oh, that's a good question.
I just keep pushing. You just keep pushing.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, it's just part of it's a normal part of the process as far as I'm concerned. So I don't in other words, I don't let it stop me. It's there, but it's like, okay, I still have to do this. So let me go ahead and do this. And with the music, as soon as the first note is struck, I'm good.
That's
I'm good.
what happens.
All the jitters are before all of that.
Yeah.
Once the first note is out, that's it. I'm good.
We're talking to a budding singer here, so this is what she needs to hear. After it's really true. After maybe the first note, maybe it may even take a couple of notes. It depends on how experienced you are. But but after you're in it, you're usually fine. Especially if you know what you're doing. That's why practice is important. You know what I mean? Because if you practice it and know that you know it and you know that you got it, it's gonna come. Practice don't make perfect; it makes permanent. If you practice it, you know it, it's permanently in you. Years from now, you do the same thing.
And I'm glad that you said that, Alicia, because one thing I always do in my rehearsals, and if I'm advising anyone else, um, what you practice at rehearsal, you take on stage with you. So when you're rehearsing, don't allow any bad habits, not from yourself or anyone else who's a part of your team. You see anyone with any bad habits, nip it in the bud very, very quick, because you're automatically going to take that bad habit with you on stage. People say, "Oh, well, I'm just joking around," or this. Once we get out there, I got this. No, you're going to take that bad habit with you on stage.
You really
So
will.
when you're rehearsing, that's why you look at different people and see how they were perfectionists. You look at a James Brown, you look at a Michael Jackson, you look at different artists and how they were perfectionists, because they rehearsed just like that. When they stepped on that stage, it was second nature. It was second nature.
It makes
They took no
permanent.
bad habits. Took no bad habits on stage with them.
So you got anything else?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Are there any artists that you like? that are on the radio now?
Sure.
And if you say Cardi B, I'm gonna jump through it. Let me stop. Nah,
No,
I'm
no,
like, go ahead, go ahead.
yeah, that's not my cup of tea. You see, but
Mine either.
no, there's a couple of artists out there that I like. See, I'm not stuck in one era. Now I may not remember all the names of the artists that's out there now, but that's when my son comes in. He helps me with that. 'Cause my son sings also, and he writes and he produces music and all that. We have a studio here in the house, so
Mhm.
um,
Oh.
but yeah, trying to think of some of the names of the newer artists.
Do you know any songs? Because if you could say the song, we can tell you what the name of the artist is.
Oh wow,
But
the names of
there are artists that
you
you
really,
like. He like
you
that.
really caught me off guard with that one. But I'll tell you this. I'll
Uh-huh.
tell you this, and this should explain it. Um, I'm not stuck in one era.
Yeah.
Um, I favor the music I grew up on because that's a special part of my life. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I love so much music from different eras. In fact, recently I was talking to somebody, and we were one of the guys I work with, and we were talking about the different jazz artists, and he couldn't believe that I knew all these old school jazz artists, and he's like, "Well, you don't sing, you sing R&B." I said, "Listen, man, I said I love music,
That's it.
music, period." You know what I'm saying? I said I can go as far
Ooh,
back as you want to go, or even up to yesterday. Whoever the new artist is out now.
that's
You
it.
know,
Yeah,
that's it.
I
You know,
I believe that. And
so
lovely.
yeah, but also lovely. Um, that's how you continue to grow, and
Get out of my head.
you can develop your style by
Mm-hmm.
by listening to the different eras of music, listening to the different artists, okay, and that'll help you grow and help you to develop your own style. And if I can't tell you anything else as far as especially performing live, because that's my favorite thing to do is perform live.
Yeah, it's fun.
Have fun.
Have
I
fun.
know we were telling you that you gotta rehearse right, you gotta practice right, and no nonsense at rehearsal. Do what you gotta do, but have fun.
Have fun. And you'll
Have
be able to because
really enjoy it.
you have rehearsed.
I learned, yeah, I learned a long time ago, and this is just from watching my audience, from paying attention to my audience. Um, when the audience sees that you're having a good time,
Yes.
it's infectious, and
Hmm.
they start having a good time. Especially if you're a good artist. If you can sing and they see that you're enjoying it, that makes them enjoy it. Also,
Yeah.
works every time. Works every time.
Yeah. And yeah.
Mhm.
And it'll make your performance better and
Yes.
everything. I mean,
Mhm.
everything. It'd be really, really cool. But yeah. But see, we telling you this because I do believe I have a budding singer here. I really do. And because I've heard her, and she has a beautiful voice. Her
Mhm.
mother is one of the one people. It's not too many people. Let's just say it like this that can make me cry. Her mother
Mhm.
can make me cry. Okay,
Okay.
we've
All
been
right.
on stage together, and I'm sitting there going, "Dang, Cherie."
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I gotta sing too. You got me over here crying.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
thought of my eyes getting all messed up, gonna mess up my makeup.
Mhm.
I'm just saying. But she's one of the one people, and Lovely has it. And I don't know, like I guess this was supposed to be on all these pages. I don't know because maybe somebody needed to hear this. But really lovely. As an artist, the reason I wanted to bring Sherman on is because I wanted you to understand that even though this is now and that was then, a lot of artists, a lot of singers, we all go through the same thing. It doesn't matter like what
Yeah.
era you're in, we go through
Right.
the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not like you it just became different. No, it's the same thing. We all get nervous.
Mhm.
We all
Yes.
learn the same way. Like you, I don't know when you started singing Lovely, but I'm sure you was pretty young, right? You was pretty young, right? Yeah, I'm saying you was pretty young. And when you have a talent, it's not, it's something really, really special, And like I said, I don't know who is meant to hear this or whatever. I don't know who's listening, but it's something really, really special. And I really wanted to make sure that you knew that in the
Yeah.
60s, even in the 70s, even in the 80s, even in the
Yeah.
90s, it's still
Mhm.
the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It's still the same thing as artists. And it doesn't negate. Now I'm just gonna say this for anybody that's listening, that's not singers. It doesn't make your talent any less. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Everybody has a talent. I don't care who it is.
Yes.
I don't care. It could be organizing. I don't have that talent, as you can see. I'm saying? We on 9 different pages we ain't supposed to be on. Anyway, I don't have that talent. But even if it's organizing, even if it's you have a quick wit is a great talent.
Yes.
That's a great talent. If you have, I mean, it could be anything, but you have to find out what it is and work with it. But we were talking about music, you know, of back then and talking about Sherman. And Sherman, I appreciate you coming. I'd like for you to hang out with us for a minute, only because we're gonna do a little bit of something, something. We just gonna do a little trivia. But it's simple trivia. Don't worry, I ain't asking you
Oh
how many
Lord.
how many marbles
Oh
is in this
Lord.
jar. You see the jar? How
Mhm.
many marbles is in here? I'm not gonna ask you that. But yeah,
Also, before we
you
do
saw
the
how many
trivia,
marbles is in the jar? Lovely. Can you see? How many
yeah,
marbles? Okay.
I can't see you. I can't see you, so I
Oh, you
don't.
can't see us. I don't have a jar. I just have my hands up, like, anyway. That's what I was like,
Okay.
she can see how many. So, okay, so we're going to do a little trivia, okay?
well,
Y'all ready?
before we do the trivia,
You don't want to do trivia?
no, yes, I do. But in the chat, my mom said that my grandma says hi. So hi, grandma.
Hey, Miss Dad. Hey, Diane.
Hi, grandma.
Okay, so daisies. Daisies are found everywhere on Earth except Australia, Hawaii, Antarctica, and Japan. Think, people, think. Daisies. Where?
Antarctica.
Very good. It's cold there.
Yeah.
They don't like the cold weather. Okay. True or false? Dragonflies can only see straight.
False.
Yeah.
True. True.
No, she's right. It's actually false.
Okay. I'm just trying to get in there. That's all.
If both their eyes are on two different sides.
Okay. Dragonfly eyes occupy most of their heads, so they can see in all directions except directly behind their heads. Okay. Okay. Yeah, they do have big eyes. Y'all ever seen them? They got teeth too. It's scary.
Yeah.
True or false? Some ladybugs have stripes instead of spots.
False.
That's actually true.
Really? I've never seen a
That's
ladybug
good.
do that.
That's good.
Ladybugs can
What was
have
the ladybug not?
Listen, it says ladybugs can have stripes, spots, or no markings at all. I didn't know that. I didn't know that either.
Me either.
Okay, so let's go. Okay, we ain't got that many more. Squirrels. Squirrels live all over the world except in which country? Australia, Canada, England, or Mexico? Just pick one.
Mexico.
Okay, you say Mexico. What you say?
Australia?
Dang. I told you this girl is good. This is why I don't play with her, Sherman. I
This
just
is
thought
why I don't want to play.
I'd send you up to the
I just took a guess.
You dragged me into this. I haven't gotten one right yet.
This is why I get to be the other person. Because they always tell you these girls I be having on here, they are amazing. That's amazing. Okay, yes, it's Australia. The American robin can roost in groups of how many in the winter? A 250, B 2,500, C 250,000, D 2.5 million. Can roost in groups of how many in the winter?
I'm gonna go with A.
250? What you say?
Never heard
What you say,
so
Sean?
much,
Huh?
I've never heard of so much birds in
Yeah.
one flock.
You gonna go with A
Yeah,
too?
yeah. Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot. I'll go with A. Yeah.
Actually, maybe we should ask Siri because the book says C,
Huh?
which is 250. Let me see. That's what it say. Let's ask Siri. Let's ask Siri. Okay. See, Siri ain't my friend, but we gonna ask her anyway, because you know the chick don't like me. You know she freaking her between her and Alexa, they don't like me. Okay, anyway. Hey Siri, how many birds in a flock of messed up. Never mind. Stop. Let me ask the question. Okay, here we go. Okay, stop talking, Siri. Okay. Hey Siri, the American robin can roost in groups of how many in the winter? Let's see what she says. She didn't understand the question because she don't like me. Anyway, it says C in the book. See, it's the quiz book. Okay, quiz whiz. We're gonna do one more. What's the best way to provide water to birds? A, in a bowl on the ground. B, in a bowl in a tree. C, in a water fountain. D, you should not give water to birds. A, in a bowl on the ground. B, in a bowl in a tree. C, in a water fountain. Or D, you should not give water to birds.
I'm gonna go with C.
I say on a bowl and on the ground.
No, Sherman, go with her. Go with her. Say C.
Okay, C.
It's C. You people are so smart. It's a water fountain. Oh my God, you guys are so smart. Anyway, I would like you guys, thank you guys. We're going to do our riddles. Let's do our riddles.
Riddle time.
The riddle time. Let's see if Lovely gets this. Okay. Hey,
the first one I didn't
Okay, let's see. It says this riddle. Hopefully, I put it in there right because apparently I've been doing everything wrong. This riddle says, "Go, Lovely. You read.
If you've got me, you want to share me. If you share me, you haven't kept me. What am I? I'm gonna go with the snack.
Nope. That's a good one though. That's a very good one. Yeah.
If you've got me, you want to share me.
Mm-hmm.
And if you share me,
you haven't kept me.
You haven't kept me. My opinion?
That's a tricky one.
Well, that one was good too. See, y'all should have did on the thing because that was good. But the answer is for this one is okay. It's coming up. It's scrolling. Scroll up. Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all because this takes it too long. Oh, here it is. A secret.
Wow.
If you got me, you want to share me. If you share me, you haven't kept me. What am I? A secret.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But that one was good.
I was heading in that direction.
I know you really was, Sherman. You really was. I'm proud of you. I'm like, listen. Okay, go ahead, Lovely. You read it.
What can't be put in a saucepan?
What cannot be put in a saucepan? What can't be put in a saucepan?
What's a saucepan again?
Oh, Lord. It's like a pot.
Wow.
It's like a pot. Okay, what can't you put in a pot?
Oh.
Blaster said she was thinking. Oh, she was thinking. Yeah, we on the kids show, Blaster.
That's I can't get that one. That's a tricky one.
That's okay. A hard one too.
So you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Get it?
Oh.
What can't be put in a saucepan? Its lid.
It's what?
Its lid. what can't be put in a saucepan? Its lid.
Mm.
You can't put the lid in the saucepan.
You put it on the
Okay, I would have never
On the
gotten that.
saucepan. But yeah, man. So this was cool. I really appreciate Sherman you coming. You know,
You're welcome.
I'm
Thank you
sorry
for
about
having
all the
me.
crazy stuff from the beginning.
Pleasure meeting you, lovely.
But there is one thing I want to do before I go, just in honor of what we talked about. So let's take a moment and let's just do this for a second. Okay? All right, here we go.
The only things that can be brought back and used again through ingenuity and a little rearranging. This particular tune is not a new one. It was brought back and it's healthier and bigger than ever. It's called Little Bitty Pretty One. Ladies and gentlemen, Frankie Lyman.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Little bitty pretty one, and then don't hit me. See, that's how they used to roll back there. They had fun, right? It was fun, right?
I didn't hear any of that. So what just happened?
You didn't hear Frankie Lyman, really?
No.
Okay, well, they was playing Frankie Lyman, Little Bitty Pretty Lovely.
Oh, that's one of my favorites.
Yeah, that's the one that we was playing. The reason I played
Well,
it
I'm talking about
because
artists.
the line is lovely little lovely one.
I'm talking about Frankie Lyman
Lovely
himself.
one.
He had an amazing voice.
He did, and he was very young when he started.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He was very young. So anyway, we should be rolling out because it's almost an hour. We're usually done like almost 10 minutes ago. Anyway, thank you all for coming, and I really appreciate you. Yeah, man.
Thank you for having me.
Oh,
Yes.
William said hi, lovely.
Hi.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So that was fun. So anyway, we're gonna roll out and we're gonna pull this up like this here. We're gonna do it like this because that's how we do it. No,
Peace. Peace. All right.
Okay, bye. See you later.